When meeting someone for the first time, one of the first things we notice is their smile. But whether you even smile or not could depend on the appearance of your teeth. Our next guest wrangles the root of the problem with a holistic solution that can improve your overall health. Dr. Samuel Collins, the cowboy dentist with Manvel Dental and Implant Center, joins us with his patient, Ronald Washington. Dental implants gave Ronald the confidence to smile again. Smile for me, Ronald. There we go. Yeah, there we go. All right. The cowboy dentist. Okay. Growing up, you had an uncle who was a dentist, and you saw something in him that really got you interested, and decided you'd do this as a living as well.
Yeah, my mom, we married I was adopted into a family that had one of my uncles who was a dentist. So I just saw him. I wanted to see he had a nice life. So I was like, well, maybe I can try that too. So I just kind of followed him.
Yeah. But beyond that nice life, you started to see what you could create for other people.
Yes.
You treat not just teeth, but the body. Our overall health is impacted by the health of our mouth. I think a lot of times we forget that.
Well, I treat holistically. So what that means is that I'm looking for, when patients come to my office, I'm not just looking at the natural tooth, I'm looking at why other issues are happening. So sometimes you can have bacteria in your tooth that can cause you to have it's all in the nervous system. So sometimes you can have bacteria in your tooth that can be causing sometimes your shoulder to hurt, sometimes your back to hurt. Also, your bite can cause sometimes, again, your body to hurt, your shoulder to hurt. And your body itself is, we're hemisectional. And so what happens is if you're biting on one side more than the other side, well, your muscles are pulling.
Yeah.
And as muscles pull, then things can start straining. So
yeah, as that song goes, your neck bone's connected to your, right? Everything is connected.
Everything's connected.
Right. Ronald, what was happening with your teeth that finally got you to go in and get help?
Well, a little bit of everything, I guess. I'm not exactly sure what was all going on, but they was crooked and turning and falling out and everything.
Yeah, and falling out, like you said, and everything. And so the hard thing about the mouth and teeth is that for a long time, things can be going on that we're not aware of.
Absolutely.
Which is why it's so important for us to keep up those, to keep your maintenance up, right? Because you can catch something when it's small before it becomes something bigger. But then all of a sudden, when stuff starts falling apart, it moves quickly.
Yes, it does. For me, if I'm not one of the best dentists in the world, it's not because of trial. I'm at every course. I'm at every meeting. I'm just doing a lot because I absolutely love what I do, to be able to make changes for changing lives, right? Yeah. And so sometimes you can have this bacteria that you have no idea. I call it like termites. You know how you have termites in the wood, right? And it's eating away the wood. Well, these termites are eating away your tooth or eating away your bone, and if you don't really know they're there, before you know it, your tooth is like, oh, what did I do? Why is my tooth loose?
Yeah, and it affects everything. The quality of food you can eat, the whole bit. All right, what did you do in Ronald's mouth? What was going on there? And what did you do to bring his smile back and his bite back?
Ronald was one of my favorite patients that I've had, and that's one of the reasons why I have him here, because, he was just ready. And that's one of the things that as a dentist, we're looking for that person, not just who you can fix and change their lives, but also who's ready for the change, right? Yeah. And so when he came in, he was smiling and he was comfortable, but he was like, well, doc, whatever it is you got to do, whatever it is, do it, right?
Yeah.
And so we extracted all his teeth, and we actually placed implants. So this is not a denture; these are actually implants that's in his mouth. We placed those implants the same day, and he walked out that same day with a smile.
What a crazy difference that is. All right, so Ronald, explain that feeling, because you had for so long dealt with teeth that were failing, and you could wake up basically you put food in your mouth and your whole dental situation could change if you bit into something and a tooth came out, right?
Yes.
So what was that like when you woke up and you looked in the mirror and saw that smile?
Oh man, it was life changing. It was like, let me go, let me get out there and smile and enjoy, like you say, eat. And it's just a wonderful feeling. You almost can't explain it.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
What was the first thing you ate that you couldn't before?
I don't know if I'm getting in trouble. I had to go get me some steak.
He's a gumbo man, so yeah, you're right. He's gonna get you in trouble. Yeah, you had to sink your teeth into a steak. Mm-hmm. All right, the Manvel Dental difference is one of the things. It's amazing to think that the teeth that we saw earlier, and as you said, you had to extract all his old teeth, and then put in that beautiful smile right there. Those implants, one day. Wow.
One day. And what's crazy is if he can explain, Ronald, his experience on pain. the following day.
Yeah.
How was that for you?
Pretty much none.
Pretty much not, because you were busy eating steak.
Hey, I didn't know that.
Yes, ma'am.
He'll get to your gumbo later.
Yes,
I want to go
yes.
through a number of other patients you have here.
Yes.
Let's say you have Betty, for example.
Right.
You cowboyed up for Betty too.
Yes,
Her
yes,
teeth, you
yes.
couldn't save her teeth, and that was okay.
Yes.
In the past, when you couldn't save someone's teeth, they say, well, here's some dentures. The problem with dentures is that you still experience bone loss. They can slip. They don't have
That's
the
right.
grip that
That's right.
implants have. And so what you did here is you did full extractions. You replaced with an upper immediate denture, but then a lower snap-on implant.
Yes.
Because implants can be every single tooth can be replaced with an implant, or you can do a few implants to serve as an anchor.
That's right. That's right.
So look at the difference there.
Sometimes they're financially, you can't do something that Ronald has, and so we still have options for you where maybe if we don't extract if we don't actually place a full thing that's permanent in his mouth.
Yeah.
We can actually I call it a snap-on denture, where I actually place several implants in, and you still have somewhat of a denture, but it actually snaps in place, which also gives you the ability to still eat steaks and whatever
still
else.
eat steaks in your gumbo.
Absolutely.
Okay, patient Catherine, she had upper denture and lower teeth that couldn't be saved, and so you take a look and you can see the difference that was made there. And then dentures versus implants, as we mentioned, full dentures can cause more bone loss, but the implant acts more like your natural teeth, and sometimes better than some people's teeth have ever acted. All right,
Absolutely.
at Manvel Dental, it's a one-stop shop because you have in-house oral surgeon, you have the in-house dental lab. All services are under one roof, flexible financing and payment plans. That's a lot of people when they saw those pictures, they see you, they're like, I'm in.
That's right.
But the problem is, can I afford it? So come in first, see where you stand, and you will work with people.
That's right. One of the biggest things is you never know what's possible, and one of the things I pride myself on doing is, I look at your situation for you and pick out a plan for you to make sure that you're able to get whatever you need done to my best of my abilities. I can tell you this, whatever in life it is, if you don't do anything, the worst thing that happens, it gets worse.
Yeah.
And when you start to lose bone, I have to have bone to be able to place implants in.
Yeah.
So don't stop. Come in. Let me look at you. Let me see what you got going on. And I promise you, I'll find something for you.
Yeah, because if somebody's told you there's nothing we can do, you go to the cowboy dentist.
Come to Cowboy Dentist.
Cowboy up and find
I got
something to
you.
do. All right, Ronald, steak and eggs for breakfast for you, okay? The Cowboy Dentist has a special offer for Great Day Houston viewers. Get a free consultation and CT scan plus 10% off when you make an appointment. You can do that by calling 832-637-4977. Again, that number is 832-637-4977 or online at dentistinmanvel.com. You can also check out their newest location in Rosenberg.